Hey guys, Welsknight here. Welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. I've been pufferfished. Dang it! I'd gone the entire season without being pufferfished, and then someone decided to come along and pufferfish me. I'm guessing it was Exuma, but who knows? It could have been any number of maybe other hermits are doing the pufferfish thing now as well. I don't know. Either way, I have some things planned for today's episode. We have a little bit of a problem on this server. And when I say we, I mean specifically me. All these hermits have shops. Lots and lots of wonderful shops. I have shops. Well, now I guess I have one shop. And that would be the Bush's Boutique. But it's not exactly very profitable. I have not exactly been raking in the diamonds. Although I suppose we should actually check the... Ooh, man. The server. The server is not liking me today. Oh! We've sold one more stack of jungle leaves. And actually, Cubfan messaged me on Discord earlier today and said, I know that Ushear is closed, but I did use it anyway, so I went ahead and left you a couple of diamonds in Ushear. So, actually, I think we may have now made more diamonds from Ushear than we did while it was open? Joy. Also, I think I'm going to repurpose Ushear. So a lot of you said suggestions of things. Dye shop. I should totally make this a dye shop. It's already color-coded and everything. So I think that's probably what we'll end up doing, is turning this into a giant dye shop of some sort. But that's going to be down the road. That's not our project for today. Today, the project is, I want to open a shop that will actually be profitable. So what is the key to a profitable endeavor? Well, essentially, you need to make something where the cost of the item is attractive when compared to the amount of work involved to get the item. Likewise, if it's something... I'll eat someday. If it's something that... It's even better if it's something that people always need and often need in large quantities. What's something that's fairly grindy to get in massive quantities that people are using tons and tons of? I have a pretty good idea. Glass. We're totally opening up a glass shop today. I've decided this is going to be the best road for me to be profitable. Also, wasn't this a community smelter thing? It seems that this has been changed into... actually, this might be spoilers. I don't think that's been shown in a video yet. That's actually really unfortunate, though, because this is... I was going to incorporate the community smeltery into the dye shop plan. I was going to buy a pass so I could just have Exuma basically do all of my smelting for me. Dang it. Well, that... I have a plan. I know Cubfan's on right now. Let me shoot him a message real quick. All right, I talked with Cub. He is open to the idea of maybe letting me purchase access to his smeltery for this glass shop for a cut of the profits. But unfortunately, his smeltery is apparently not working right now. It might just be server lag because we have a bunch of people online and people AFKing at farms and stuff like that. So it might just be that, or maybe something got broken. I don't know. Either way, it's not going to work right now. So I'm not going to be able to use it for the time being. And Exuma apparently took down his community smeltery thing and turned it into a kelp shop. So I guess I'm going to use my own super smeltery for this, which is a 16 furnace super smelter. This could take to smelt that much sand, it's going to be miserable. I may have to just AFK over the night. So we may not be able to open this shop in today's episode, but we'll be able to at least get it built and get it ready for opening. And then it's just a matter of smelting all the sand and stuff. I do also, however, need to go gather a massive quantity of sand. And actually, I need a lot of quartz as well for the shop that I designed. So I think I am going to have a little bit of a live stream and get a whole lot of that resource gathering done. All right, guys, I am back. Stream is over. Streamed for about 4 hours, and I've got all the sand that I will need to actually complete this incredibly large project. That, my friends, is 14 double chests of sand. That is 28 shulker boxes of sand. Also, I've designed this shop, and this entire shop is also made basically entirely out of quartz. Well, quartz and glass. So I also spent a while getting tons of quartz. That was about another hour. So altogether 4 hours, 3 hours for all the sand, 4 hours for all the quartz. I still need to smelt all the quartz. And I was talking with Cubfan, and apparently he was able to get the super smelter thing working. We were just having problems. It was just not working very well because of server stuff, apparently. Apparently it's fixed again now. So I need to smelt all of this up, but I gotta figure out how this works. So, and Cub is not online right now. It's actually the next morning. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to just get back on the server and start recording again. But Cub is probably sleeping right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I want to build the shop, and then I'll smelt all the sand and stuff like that after the shop is built, after Cub logs on, because I want to make sure that I use this thing properly. I don't want to break it or whatever. So, and if I remember correctly, he said in his video when he made this thing that this will smelt a full chest of items in about a minute and a half or so, like a minute and 20 seconds for 30 stacks of items, something along those lines. I don't remember the exact. I don't even remember the exact amounts, but long story short, for all that sand, it will probably take about half an hour to smelt it all up using this thing. To put that in perspective, each of these rows is 16 furnaces. There are 18 of these rows on this giant super smelter, which means that this thing will smelt 18 times faster than my 16 smelter super smelter over in my sugar factory. So if it's going to take half an hour on this thing to smelt up all the sand, imagine how long it would take. It would take like 10 hours, like 9 hours to smelt it up using my little smeltery. Yeah, that's, I'll definitely be using this, and Cub will get a cut of the profits as well. But anyway, let me get some stuff together, get the materials ready to go. I've also got all the dyes together as well, because I am going to be selling dyed glass in the shop in addition to regular glass. I'll have a lot more regular glass for sale, but I'll also have a single chest of each color of dyed glass as well. So that's going to be the plan, and I have all the dyes prepared. I basically got 4 stacks of every dye. That should be enough for a single chest of each color, plus a little bit extra. And I think I'm ready to go. So let me get all the materials together and packed up, and then we'll head over and start building this shop. All right, guys, I am back. I'm flying around on my camera account, Wellscam. That's me. If anyone was wondering who Wellscam is, it's my camera account. But anyway, I was flying around the shopping district looking for a place to put this, and we need the ability to dig down into the ground a little bit, like 3 or 4 blocks. So my initial thought was to put it here but Iskal's Black Pearl shop is directly underneath this hill. So there's not space to dig down, so that won't work. And I don't really like it. I really don't like the idea of putting it right here because it's very kind of out of the way. So I think what I want to do is I actually want to expand out this way and maybe build it over top of this water, as strange as that sounds. Remember that the shopping district actually covers this entire island over here as well. This is all still part of the shopping district. So even though all the shops and stuff are located over here right now, that will expand over time. This whole thing will be deforested and turned into more shopping districts. So there's still a lot of space left. And not to mention, there's all of this like one block plateau type stuff going on here that's a little weird. This might end up being used for stuff as well as the season progresses. Not right now, but so yeah, I think I want to put this shop right about here. I think this will be a good spot for it. We can kind of bring this road right here over and basically straight up into the shop. I think that'll work out just fine. So that's kind of my plan. Yeah, let's get to building. All right, so now that I've gotten all the resources together and picked out a location for the shop, I think the very first thing to do is kind of mark out the area where we're actually going to build this thing. So we decided we're going to build it right over here. And we're going to need a 15, or I'm sorry, well, you can say it either way, I suppose. We're going to need an 11 by 15 area to build this. So let's just start like right about here. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then wait a minute. No. One more, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That should be our space, and it should be centered. Yeah. Good. Okay. So that's 11 as like a front here. I'm actually going to peel this back just a tiny bit, just temporarily, just for building. just while we are building this. I'm going to just kind of peel it back a little bit to make this a little easier to kind of envision this like platform or whatever. Okay, so now we've got that. We need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is the back. We good? We're good. And then it's just a matter of bringing this all over. Doing one of those. We do actually want to fill in the bottom because we're going to need to drain all the water. And we'll landscape this. Don't worry. We're not just going to build like a random grass platform on the ground and then not landscape it at all. But I need to kind of get the area sort of marked out first, and then once that's done, then we can worry about making the landscape like look beautiful, right? Okay, so there we go. That's essentially our landscape. That's our shape. So now, looks like it's about to be night. Can I sleep yet? I totally can. That's beautiful. Okay. All right, let's start building this. Am I gonna sleep? There we go. That was... Anyway, put all the grass away, and let's start grabbing some of the actual building materials here, which is basically... It's basically nether quartz. The entire build is nether quartz, because I'm a masochist. I keep building these things out of stuff that I like. It's just very difficult. So let's make a couple stacks of quartz pillars because we're going to be using quite a few of these, actually. And then this is our front. I should probably put down some sort of like a marker block. Preferably something that's not grass. Let's just use a single quartz block right here. That way I can look at that and go, okay, there's the center of our shop. So we're gonna go here, 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 here. And then the same on this side. And the same back here. And the same back there. Right? And then that should give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? No. Right. I see what of course. Right. I'm a fool. This is going to be the front of the glass pane. So actually, it's going to look like that. And that's going to give us gaps of 8 on either side right here, and then a gap of 5 back here. So this is kind of the start of everything. And then from here, we can start kind of doing all the fun stuff. So I think we're going to landscape this. We're going to end up bringing this hill up a little bit to kind of match. But for the moment, let's just do something real simple like this. We'll kind of bring that over as well. Okay, so now, let's go. That means this is going to be our floor level right here. And if this is our floor, then we're going to need, I'm trying to like envision this. We need to go here. That'll be a block, chest, gap, here. Yeah, so 4 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all of these pillars are going to come up that high. This tree, I'm sorry, this tree needs to go. This thing is driving me crazy. The leaves, we'll just let the leaves despawn naturally, but that tree definitely needs to go. It cannot be there. That is not it's not an ideal location. That's all right. There we go. And then one more set of pillars. There we go. Lovely. Oh, I missed one over here. Okay, did we get them all? I think we got them all. Good. So now, oh, you know what else I forgot? I forgot the concrete. What we're gonna have is I kind of designed this thing with the interior in mind. So essentially what we will have here, there's going to be concrete blocks along here, and they will each be the color of glass that they correspond to. This right here is going to be the elevation level where you will be walking. So there's going to be 8 concrete blocks on each side, one for each of the colors. So all 16 colors of stained glass will be on the sides. And then over here, we're going to have several double chests of just regular glass. Just regular old glass, nothing fancy. We also need to go... Oh, that's not pillars. I need pillars. No, that's quartz. Pillars, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And honestly, those bits need to get raised up as well. And we got to do something like that. So that should be good. And then this will basically all be glass. So from here, I think we can tear all of this out. Going all the way to over here. I'll have to check my math and stuff on that, but I believe this is all gonna get turned into quartz stairs. What? Nope. I lost a quartz stair there for a second. like so. And there'll be a layer of white stained glass over top of this, kind of like what we did in iTrade. If you remember when we made the floor for that, it's going to be kind of similar to that, like, concept or whatever. So anyway, let me get some more work done on this. I am going to have to get all the different colors of concrete and all that other kind of stuff. I need one single concrete block of each color. I don't need a lot, but I need a little bit. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, I may have all the concrete I need because of U-shear. It is quite plausible that I won't actually have to make any concrete. I might just have to go get some from my storage room. I guess we'll find out. Let me get some stuff together. Let me get some building done. I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back. I've got the concrete in place. I also put some more quartz pillars underneath it, because remember, this is where we're going to have glass. Now, I want to design the under bits here. This is going to go underneath the glass, and I want to do this together because this is one of those things that's actually super simple to make, but it looks really complicated when it's done. So basically what I did, what we have here is a 5 by 8 area, kind of a weird dimension, kind of weird dimensions, but it'll work. So 5 by 8, I put prismarine lamps into each, or sea lanterns, technically, whatever, same difference. You guys know what I mean. I put these light sources in each of the corners, and then I put one at an angle like this and one at an angle like this. And then what I'm going to do is just surround each of them with stairs, like so. So that's super easy. And then all the gaps, we're going to go ahead and fill in with slabs, like so. Again, super easy. And now we have this floor pattern, and that looks pretty cool. I like it. However, I want to take advantage of some of the new... Where's my bucket? There we go. I want to take advantage of the new 1.13 mechanic of waterlogging blocks. This was something that a lot of people suggested I do to U-shear, but at that, or not U-shear, to iTrade. But at that point, I had already kind of built iTrade, and I was basically finished with it, and I was happy with it, and Impulse was happy with it, so I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go back and waterlog those blocks. And honestly, I don't think it would have looked quite as good there because of the color palette that was used. But here, I think this is going to look really good. It's really going to make these quartz stairs kind of pop out, and we'll still be able to get light and all that kind of good stuff as well. And I believe... yeah, we can still get source blocks. It looks like source blocks do spread with waterlogged. It's kind of weird. I haven't really used waterlogged blocks much, so I'm not like super familiar with how they work and how they can spread and how they can't spread, more specifically. Let's just, that little weird water glitch thing there. But once this is all said and done, I think this will look pretty fantastic. Okay, so it can't spread there. What determines whether it can or can't? Is it if there's a full, like, the stair in the way, then it won't? Is that is that what makes the decision? I guess so. So those will, okay. Huh. Well, either way, this is what it looks like. I think it looks great. I think it's a wonderful look. So now that that's done, we can pretty easily just grab some white stained glass, and I'm actually going to need to make more white stained glass because the vast majority of the glass in this shop, as far as the actual build goes, is white stained glass. We will use some of the other colors, but white stained glass is going to be the most prevalent just because it's very clean and very kind of neutral. And I don't want the glass to stand out too much in some parts of the build, like the floor, for example. So let me get this all filled in. Let me get the chests in place. And then what I'm going to do, once I have the chests in place, I'm going to put a window behind with the color that corresponds to the proper glass that's being sold. So like back here, there'd be a blue stain window, back here, a light blue, so on and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and then we'll come back to do the roof. All right, guys, I am back. I've gotten quite a bit done. Oop, falling. I've gotten quite a bit done on the glass shop. It's coming along. We're making progress. So this is the interior now with all the chests and the glass. They're all marked. These will all be regular glass, all 6 of these chests. And then back here, we've got the little windows, the little backsplash of color, which also I think looks pretty good from the outside as well. If you kind of look at it, you know, the bright colors kind of brings in the catches the eye, right? So the other thing that I've done is down here I put a prismarine lantern and then like a little pillar of glass colors. And that's actually just mostly for lighting. We'll get some lighting in these areas, kind of light up the entrance, make this kind of stand out at night. And then I think for the sake of just making sure this place is properly lit up during the day, even though there's nowhere that they can spawn, no mobs can spawn in here because the whole floor is glass, which is not a spawnable block. But I still want it to be bright in here. I don't want it to be dark. So we're going to add these end stone, like, what, lights, I guess? I was going to say pillars, but they're not really pillars. They're, I don't know, whatever you would call these. We're going to put these in the corners. And that should make sure that this place is properly lit up at all times. And I think that's good. So I've also added a quartz stair border up here, and that's what we're going to work on now. That is for the roof. So let me just grab, well, actually this might be enough materials. So I think we're probably good there. Let's grab some white stained glass, and then let's also grab, do I not have any bone meal? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I know I had some bone meal. Let's make some white stained glass. There we go. And then I'll just use grass to pillar up, I guess. There we go. So this is going to be essentially a giant skylight, which I think will look really good from both inside and outside. So we're just gonna kind of do a little bit of this, and I totally did not need to make an entire extra stack of white stained glass, it appears, but whatever. Oh no, mistakes were made. You need to be a stair. There we go. So then what we'll do is we're actually going to take some blocks of quartz, and we're going to put them kind of like this, and then let's go 2, 2, here, 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 and there. We're going to kind of space them out like that, right? And then we'll take the slabs out underneath, because I slabbed off the whole roof. Because again, we don't want this to be a spawnable area. Last thing I want is a creeper falling into my glass shop that's made out of quartz. Like, ugh. Expensive cleanup and annoying cleanup, for that matter. And glass is not exactly a very durable block when it comes to resisting creeper explosions. But anyway, we'll go ahead and fill in all of this stuff with full blocks. And then from there, I think we'll go here and here. And we'll kind of cap all that off. Like so. And then finally, directly in front like this, we'll take out all of these slabs as well. Almost done. There. Oh, that's the roof. That was unexpected, but that's fine. Let's just get back up there. And you as well. And actually, this one I should probably place from here. And we're basically going to put stairs in all of those gaps that we just created. There, here, 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 there, like so. And then last but not least, we're going to add quartz slabs around this edge, like this, to give us our kind of skylight effect. So what this is doing is basically creating depth by making use of multiple layers, but also doing it in such a way that it actually looks like pretty good from outside and inside. I like the way that this looks. Let's take a look at it from a distance so you can kind of get a better look at it. I think that looks pretty cool. It's kind of an interesting roof. We get kind of this like almost like, I don't even know what I would describe it as, but I like the way that it turned out. I like the way that this roof looks. And from above, if I can, there we go. Sometimes it's a little hard to take off. But like, look at that. I think that looks great. I think that's a building that will kind of catch your eye from up above. You'll see all the glass. You'll be able to see inside. Like, I think this is a really good looking building. I like the way that this turned out. I like it much better than the way that U-Shear turned out. This is kind of like, sort of what I wanted the entrance to U-Shear to kind of look like a little bit, but better. Like, this is better than... Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked now. So, yeah, this I think is basically done. The only thing that's left is obviously I need to smelt all the sand and turn it into the glass and stock all the chests. We need to set our prices, which we can probably do right now. There's no need to wait for that. So let's go one more. There we go. Make a couple of signs. And we'll say, put the signs up here. And we'll say regular glass, 1 diamond per stack. Actually, you know what? Better idea. Let's put it here. Regular glass, 1 diamond per stack. We'll do it like that. And then we'll say stained glass, 2 diamonds per stack. And I think that's a pretty reasonable price. So all the regular glass will be 1 diamond per stack. All the stained glass will be 2 diamonds per stack. I think that's fair. All the signs are, like, everything's marked. I think it's all good. It's just a matter of getting the glass in, and then I need to landscape this area a little bit as well. All right, guys, it's all done. I've got the landscaping all finished, at least for now. Maybe I'll do a little bit more, something a little bit different with this later, but I just kind of went with the same kind of general landscaping style that we went with, like, over here. I extended this path over and up directly into the shop. It's not stocked yet because I still need to smelt all the glass. And as I said earlier, I'm kind of waiting on Cub to log on so he can show me how to use his smelter. So I just put a sign here for the moment that says Wells Company Glass Shop opening soon. I'm not sold on that name, but I'm just putting that down temporarily because it gets the message across. But other than that, everything's good. All that needs to happen is I just need to actually fill the chests. Once I stock the chests, we'll be set. And this thing will be open for business, and hopefully we'll finally have a profitable shop on this server. But unfortunately, guys, I'm out of time for this episode, so I gotta call this one right here. By the time this video goes out and you're watching it, this shop will be open. My friends, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.